ProITAV USA. This is the development and support office for Shenzhen ProITAV outside of China. We're located in Orlando, Florida, and we were set up about 11 years ago as an extension of the office and factory in China. Shenzhen ProITAV has been around for over 20 years and is the premier product development and manufacturing company for digital AV signal management products and unified communication products for customers all over the globe. So we work on a daily basis with customers from all over the world to help them figure out what they need to either create an entire product line or enhance the capabilities that they already have with some additional adjunct products or categories to their lines. Welcome to our conference room in Idea Lab. Here we have our active working conference room that we use every day when we're meeting internally, as well as meeting via Teams and Zoom with our partners, as well as a showroom that has a lot of our products and some active demonstrations. So over here we have a duplicate of what you may have seen in some of our trade show booths. We take a portable version of this to Infocom and ISE every year, and it has all of our AV over IP solutions connected to it, so we can demonstrate H.265, A-Speed, and SDVoE in a matrix and video wall configuration, and as well as multi-view capability where applicable. Since all of our products have Dante interfaces, we can also stream audio from any of the sources through our Dante amplifier to power the speaker, so we can show that capability as well. In this room we also have a collection of a lot of our products. So over here we have various AV over IP endpoints in both surface mount and wall mount configurations. We have some of our HD-Base-T extender solutions, both in wall plates and surface mount configurations. We have various switcher products that we make. So here's some of our matrix switchers, 4x4s, 4x2s, 8x8s, 8x10s, our 16x16. And then, since this is our active working conference room, we have our MSO402 conference room switcher built into the table that allows us to integrate up to 4 sources, USB-C, HDMI, USB-B, and output them to 2 different displays. We can support MST, Dante, and lots of different things. We have a couple of displays over here. We have one of our video bars, as well as our PTZ camera that is there to use as part of the video conferencing. And then we have one of our speaker phones there on the table. So up here we have some additional products. We have a couple of our video bars, some of our smaller cameras, some of our speaker phones, wireless presentation devices, and additional switchers and splitters and other products that we make over here. So the room is set up again to act as our everyday team meeting and collaboration room, but several times a month we get customers and vendors that come in here, and we use this to meet with them either on a new product, a new technology, coming up with new ideas, collaborating, and it's a very, very useful space for anybody who happens to be in Central Florida or wants to come here specifically to meet with us and help develop a product. So, you know, I've talked a lot about our company, but let's just talk about the realities of what we do and how we do it. I've been in this business for 40 years. Spent 20 years as an integrator. So I've been out there, I've installed things, I've worked with products of varying levels of maturity, and been through issues where you get stuff on a site that's not ready for prime time. So I get all that stuff and have been there and pulled wire and programmed and sold and put things together. But the last 20 years I've been on the manufacturing side of things with a couple of different domestic manufacturers, and now the last 11 years I've been doing this. We put this together as the only company in the world that's really equipped to do this, where we have a group of professionals that have been working in the AV industry and developing products and installing things that get what it takes to bring stuff to market, and have been there and worked with factories overseas and understand the pain points when you're in the United States or Europe or somewhere else outside of where the products are being developed and made, and there's language barriers and cultural barriers and time differences and all that kind of stuff. And we set up this team to take that pain away. Okay, we get what it takes to make these products. We understand what you need to do your job because we've all done your jobs, okay, for the most part. So we have people here, engineers, testing people, marketing, administrative, to work together with you and your team to come up with an idea, iterate on that, create detailed specs, design the product, come out with prototypes, get them to you, work with you on testing, have the same prototypes here in our lab so that when you're having issues or questions, we can bring the product out and we can work with you on it to figure out what's going on so we can more quickly get to the next stage. And then finally, with production, helping you bring the product to market, we can help with marketing assistance, industrial design, and then once a product comes to market, we all know that when you're integrating audio, video, and USB data products with other products made by other companies, there's always going to be something that comes up. You plug something in and it doesn't work. So we always have samples of your finished product in your packaging with your accessories. We'll have the latest version of firmware, or we can even revert back to whatever firmware is being used by the customer in the field that's having the problem. And we will work with whatever we need to replicate the issue, because we all know that that's the first step in solving the problem, is being able to repeatedly replicate the problem. And once we can do that, then it's just a matter of working with our engineers to come up with the solution to solve that particular problem. So we have a team here that is very talented and ready to work with you, that is an extension of the 300 people that we have in China, Taiwan, and Vietnam to develop, manufacture, and ship products all over the world to suit whatever your needs are, whatever your applications are, and all the different steps along the way. So the next time you're here in Central Florida, we invite you to come visit, or if you're already working with us and you'd like to come and sit and come up with a new idea, or maybe fast track the development of something, because if you put a bunch of people in a room that are working on something, things seem to happen a lot faster than if you do it remotely, even with the modern tools that we have today. So whatever works best for you, that's what we're here for. And again, thank you for your time.